My fellow Americans and friends around the world, today I want to talk about a sport that has captured the hearts of many. Professional darts. In recent times, it seems that this noble game has faced divisions, much like the challenges we've confronted in our own history. But just as we have always risen above our differences, so too can the world of darts. It's up to the new leaders and emerging talents in this sport to step forward, bridge the gaps, and guide us all towards unity. And may the best players win.
Back for another matchup of the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. And Sean's creeping already as he's
I'm just trying to get to your level. Trying to get to your level.
Oh, is that it? Is that it? Oh, I guess it is a little bit higher. Whatever, Sean. All right.
Hi, bud.
Stewart, Sean Green, Nick Teixeira. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Of course, we got a fantastic Division II battle for you this evening. A battle for a chance at John Huseman in the King seat.
Yep. Yeah, first of all, congratulations to you. Your candidate has made it the farthest out of all of ours in this process with Porky. Who would have thunk it? Oh, wait. All of us picked Porky, but we let you have him. That being said, Corey Beck let me down. There's nothing I can do about that. Jake Smith was one of those people that we said during the pre-show should be a favorite, probably will be a favorite, and probably will be one of those guys that's there at the end. He was one of those surprising names in Division II. He had been struggling a little bit, but the average has jumped up to a 4.87. He's thrown really well, and I think that he might give Porky a run for his money. $2,500 to first place, $1,250 to second place, and one of these guys is going to lock in a top 3 finish by winning tonight. Who do you think that's going to be, bud?
You know, this is a tricky battle for Porky. I got to pick Porky because he's my candidate, but at the same time, I do think that Jake's got a really good chance at winning this one. He is a multiple-time Team USA participant for the India Team Dart, so you got to take that into factor. In that can kind of he's a savvy little veteran here. He's got some experience, the like of Steve Hilger, so it's going to be a great battle tonight in Division II, and maybe one of those ones that goes 9-8, 9-7. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, I mean, you've said it best. I'm ready for this. I hope you are too. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Gonna start off with, well, this would be Porky. Steve Hilger, aka Porky, playing for Red's Novelty at the Buzzard's Nest today, which is a bit different than his last location. Had a bit of an issue last time he was on the live stream there with the poker going on and everything else, so he has changed locations. He's now playing at Buzzard's Nest. He's been playing for a long time, like 100 plus years, but he only put 30 plus. His average is a 4.48 NPR with a 63.8% win rate, and he's throwing those Dart Militia, the Formation 20-gram darts. He also has 11 9 marks with 2 white horses, 77 marks, and 56 5 marks in 42 games played. Had a great run, but what do you know about your candidate?
Oh, not only is he is a fantastic dart player, he's also a fantastic eater, and we all know that. I was going to go fantastic person, but we're going to go on the eating side of things. He can put him down. Let me tell you, ribs, mac and cheese, it doesn't matter. Whatever you got for him, he'll take it down.
If your nickname in darts is Happy Meal, his nickname in darts is Value Meal Buffet.
Value Meal times 3, because the dude has 87 food apps on his phone just so he can get a free drink occasionally or a free fry. So that just tells you about my candidate, Mr. Steve Hilger. Just a little bit of back information.
So he's in perfect shape for this tonight. Going to be rare and ready to go. How about his opponent? Tell us about Jake Smith.
Yeah, Jake Smith, Mr. Smith, as he's known. MG Leagues is his vendor. Location out of the Wooden Nickel tonight in South Dakota. Years played 25 plus. So yeah, he's a youngster, but man, is he got some years behind him. His average right now is a 4.87 with a 59.6 win rate. He's got 29 marks, 69 7 marks, and no white horses, but I believe that's going to change tonight. You heard it here first. Throwing this Flight Faction Matt Graff 18 grams. So giving a little kudos to the Matt Graff man up there in Wisconsin on his barrels. But yeah, I mean, Jake, we all know what he's capable of here. I kind of gave the mentionables to the NCAA, but he's also got a better half that plays some phenomenal darts as well in Hunter Smith. So just to give her a little mentionable to start off.
Yeah, absolutely. And huge shout out. There's Porky in the background. Look at how packed it is at Buzzard's Nest. My goodness, what a dart bar. It is busy as can be there. You see Garrett Rakowski and others.
Yeah, he just walked up and gave a few waves, but then we cut it on over. So we save faith by not throwing Garrett's ugly self up there. Nah, just kidding, Garrett. Just kidding. No, but it packed there in Wisconsin for Porky's debut at the Buzzard's Nest tonight.
There's Hunter and Jake warming up here. But let's go over the rules and specific format for the CSC Challenger Series. It is a double elimination style tournament. Players play a race to 9 best of 17 legs. All cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start that match. That's what's about to happen. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if either player is down 3 or more legs, guess what? They'll continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That is the PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance
and we go for speed,
players will cork for start in that last leg decider. And we're expecting it. I'm hoping for it. But I'm actually going to say Jake Smith wins this 9-6.
Okay.
How about you?
Good number. That's a good number. I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go 9-7 towards Porky, of course, got to. But I've got 14.5, 9 marks tonight for our over-under. And that's
a good number.
That one's kind of tricky. I think we all agree that they're going to step it up here this evening, being on the live stream. Not a whole lot of 9 marks being thrown between these two with 20 and 11. So yeah, that just goes to show you we're picking the over on their overall average on 9 marks. We're gonna say they're gonna go above and beyond this week.
Yeah, I hope so. It'll be dictated by Jake, I believe. He has the 29 marks heading into this. In only 43 games, it's actually won every other leg. That's not bad as an average there. It's not no Mike Maloney 2 per leg, but still. Porky has been lacking on the 9 marks, but what he's been lacking on the 9 marks, he's been really kind of still lacking in the 7 marks and 5 marks too. He's just been consistent, which is why he's at that 4.48. So as we're getting started, Jake Smith going to get the start here on leg number 1. You saw that. Start off with the 20s. And, man, Porky, let's talk about atmosphere and how that can play a role in a dart match, right? Last time we saw Porky at his last location, you had the poker going on in the background, and those guys were kind of, at times, probably yelling when they hit big cards and stuff like that. They're not paying attention to the darts going on behind them. But there weren't very many. In this location that he's playing in tonight, a lot of people, a whole lot of people, including a young lady that is walking back and forth, like almost across that line when, like, to play and then to go back to the bar. However, I would say the difference is this: he's in a dart atmosphere entirely. Yeah. Would you agree with that? That just completely changes it?
Yeah, they're coherent about what's going on. They know that this is a CSC Challenger Series match. They know it's a significant amount of money going the players' way. Where, no offense to the poker guys, but they don't give a damn, frankly. So they're just going to walk wherever they want.
One of those guys probably won $20, okay?
Hey, I'm going to tell you, it could be a lot more than that in some poker games. I know.
Not free poker at a bar location.
We'll see. But anyway. Here we go, folks. Underway in our CSC Challenger Series match. We already hear some predictions, or see some predictions, I should say, in the chat. Go ahead and let us know who you got once again.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us here. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Leaving a comment in our chat is always important. It automatically enters you into tonight's live stream giveaway brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. Tonight's raffle winner for Division 2 will receive a $15 gift certificate to A2ZDarts.com. It's the best of luck to all of our viewers. And I bet you're wondering, what can I do with that A2Z Darts gift card, Mr. Green? Sean? Other derogatory terms you might call me? Well, all September long, A2Z Darts is featuring the Harrow's Toro Dart of the Month. Earn $15 off all Harrow's Toro Darts and get a free pack of flights. Plus, you'll get added to the raffle to win a set of Harrow's Black Knight steel tip darts, 21 grams, when you purchase the Dart of the Month. That giveaway will end October 1st. Good luck to everyone. And A2Z Darts Barrel Brand Colonial has just launched the 2024 collection with the new Jen Mounts darts and Will Stewart darts. Did you hear that correctly? The Will Stewart darts. That's right. So make sure to grab a set today. You can also browse the Target July launch, which is way worse, the Michael Smith Special Edition darts, which is nothing compared to Will's darts, and the Winmore US Player launch, which is pretty good. Lastly, make sure to check out their blog for Dax Munna's 4 key tips to perfecting your dart form. Nick, I don't know about you. Did you see that 3 in the bowl that Will threw during his YouTube video? That was really awesome until he started dancing.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, legitimately way more impressive than Jen's checkout. Let's just be honest here. And on top of that, I mean,
I can hit a 135.
I was just happy to see that because he can stop making fun of my dancing at NDA. I've been waiting for a reason for him to stop complaining about it. And I just had to watch him do that little shimmy after hitting a shot I haven't hit in quite some time. I do want to also say one more thing here. The chat has spoken. They answered that poll that we had over on the PPD page earlier today. About 50 people voted in that one. And this is the closest the poll has been. 45.65% for Jake Smith, 54.35% for Steve Hilger.
Well, there you go. Doesn't get much closer than that. Porky had a chance to win it there. Missed the first start. So this one looking likely to go to Jake Smith. He will be up 6 points, will Porky. So Jake will have to point at some point besides just hit the bowl. Jason Watt, no, Sean's working on the beard. Sean's beard has gotten pretty good. Nick's, no beard.
He was referencing he was over getting interviewed on the Grand Board of Beasts live stream that's been doing some interviews lately. I'm actually going to be on there this Friday for an hour having an open and honest conversation with those guys. Had to give him a little, because they asked and they're very nice people. That's why.
Oh, like, why you?
Oh, why me? I have no idea. But I will say Jason Watt did give us 3 some kind words there and very much appreciate it. And I'm jealous that you can grow a beard way better than ever in my life I could.
Okay, Yoda. Yeah, Booyah Darts. Jake is playing out of the Wooden Nickel in South Dakota. Crook, South Dakota, to be specific. Another great dart bar location. We should just shorten dart bar to like DAR. It's a good DAR. Will is still just so shocked at how wonderful I did his ad read for his set of darts. I might have sold at least one set just there.
I hate every bit of it.
You love it. You like it. You want some more of it.
It's terrible.
The most important question that we've gotten tonight, is there going to be any F-bombs, Nick?
Heck no.
Nicky. Just leave your mic on mute, please. Just at this rate, I'm surprised they let you do any bullshooter streams anymore.
Me too.
Well, he hasn't said that word on a bullshooter stream yet.
He opened the door. You can't shut it now. Everybody knows the true Nick. Well, here we go from
all right.
Steve. He's got to take out these 16s here. Yep.
Oh, good look at the 15s. Not going to get it. So Jake Smith, 15s is where he's going to look. Needs a lot of them. Like pretty much most of them. He's not going to do that. Look at that. I love the throw. It's just so simple. You just go straight to his eye line. No take back really in his throw. Not even a real set. It just kind of like gets in that position and goes. Porky, of course, shoves that dart forward.
Yeah, it definitely does. Goes barely back to the eye line and through.
Grace Rick saying, my dad's got this. Grace Rick saying, Jake's my dad. Grace, another South Dakotan, I believe, right?
Yeah, I do believe so.
And Jake is old enough to be her dad. Or Grace is young enough to be his daughter. I guess would be the better way to look at that. Heck of a shot. All right. 1-1 scoreline. Jake Smith, Steve Hilger. I like the way this has started out. How's the averages so far?
It could be better, to be frank. 3.87 and 4.23 overall. 4.23 going to Steve. But there we go. First 9 mark of the evening from Jake.
Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah, that'll help. And don't be Frank. You're Will.
Well, I want to be frank now because you're doing an ad read for somebody named Will. I don't like it. Nope.
All
Just
right.
call me Frank. Call me Frank.
Well, Jake Smith looking at the 19, see if he stays there. He does.
Yeah.
Back up. Big darts. This is the level that Jake can play at, right? Steve has this level too. They both do. That's why they're in the top 4 is because they've shown this level in important moments in matches to win them. Who's going to do that tonight?
Sorry, I couldn't hear with Nick's cackling in the background. What'd you say? It was
That was
bad.
about it.
It was pretty bad.
I don't want to repeat the question. It was a good question, though.
Yeah. Sorry, our producer just doesn't know how to produce sometimes. It's all right, though. You know, just
Make
drop
sure to check out
bombs.
the gin mounts of mega barrels.
Jake has taken hold of this leg so far. 180 plays 56. On to the 17s for Hilger. Got a 9 mark him if you're Hilger here. First one of the evening.
No. Also, his board shows you what he hits right before he throws it. So you could have just waited until the board registered. Yeah, I mean, it's as close and as good as it's going to get for that one, by the way.
Yeah, Jake forces him right to the 16s here. Got to find a new wedge.
Needs a triple. Needs another triple. Oh, he didn't throw the 4th dart. Okay. Going back up? Yeah. Hammering the treble 20. Mike Maloney, if there's anyone that would know that answer, it's you.
Yeah. I just started a stat spreadsheet. I'm going to start kind of trying to hopefully keep track of things. We'll figure that one out if we can or not, but we eventually should start that in season 7 of the CSC. It's actually like season 9.
Yeah, it'll be a season 8 thing. No big deal.
Yeah.
Travis, again, we can't do anything about it, buddy. So just like, don't look at the board until you watch him throw the dart. Or I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, you know, being that Steve's in Wisconsin, I'm in Kansas, Sean's in Indy, and well, we got Nick there in Florida. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes there's going to be a little delay, and it may just be an internal issue rather than an internet issue. So.
Yeah. Do you know how many people are at that bar right now? So, like, you can just see the people that are packed right back there like sardines. It's probably extremely packed, so that internet's probably in use. So anyone at that location, turn off the Wi-Fi on your phone. Stop hogging all that Wi-Fi. Maybe we'd watch Porky Starts go in before.
That or somebody jump on the bike and help us out here. Get that bandwidth running for us.
Jake took a shot at the 16s, wires it into the treble. Well, Steve's walked himself into the buzzard's nest. Let's see what he can do from here. 1-1 scoreline. Another one of those. He's going to get a shot. Oh, just below the wire.
That was a big time opportunity there. Instead, look at Jake Smith run.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't just stay on it for another one. He didn't need to, right?
Yeah,
Math-wise, that didn't work out. But still.
He wanted that shot to go ahead and just close the door. A little respect between these two as well.
I like that second dart a lot. Four marks needed for Jake to kind of steal leg number 3. Joe Newberry says it's the first night of leagues for Wednesday, and they have 8 boards.
Oh.
And if we know Wisconsinites and we know dart bars and dart locations, you know that thing is packed. There's 8 boards in use for sure, plus people waiting probably to play.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. Vendors in Wisconsin.
I pray for you every day.
Yeah, because their boards are full all the time. All the time.
Uh-oh. Call it an omen or whatever you want to. 666 right now, Steve Hilger's scoreline. See if Jake tries to close all of it so it stays that scoreline. Uh-oh. With a Maloney double in there. Mike, that is correct.
Although it looks like he's got more nonsense this week. He definitely does not. Don't like that scoreline. 666. Hello.
Yeah. And it's going to stay that way. Un más, por favor. Well, the devil might lose tonight. 666 for Steve Hilger. 785 for Jake Smith. He takes leg number 3. It's 2-1 scoreline for Smith.
Yeah, holding off.
You don't want
that
to finish on the 666.
Holding off that 5-4-5 of Steve Hilger. So Jake Graff, honest opinion, he said, what do you guys think of the Jules post? I think it was needed. Yeah, I think it was needed. I think he probably could have done it a couple weeks or a month ago, but you don't want to give up hope on that. You want to kind of continue on and fight and see what you can make of it. And it was evident that there was issues there. So kudos to Jules for taking the right steps to take care of business. And the biggest thing that I take of it is he's gotten a sports psychologist.
Yep.
I think a lot more dart players should look that route.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Long talked about it on the CDC podcast a few weeks ago, where he mentioned getting a sports psychologist for the last 6 weeks and how that's helped him tremendously. And boom goes the dynamite, Jake Smith. There's number 2. And just how much that's helped him with his game. Just take it step by step, day by day, moment by moment. And he's won 3 events this year because of it. He would attribute to that. So I'm happy for Jules to take those routes. I'm very happy when people are open and honest about struggles, and whether those struggles are mental health related. I can only imagine the pressure of everything that he's going through, plus his mom being sick, and not being able to kind of process all of that while still playing is back to back. Boom goes the dynamite, Jake Smith. it makes sense, but at the same time, if it's not openly shared, then people are going to look at it a completely negative direction. So I'm extremely proud of him for opening up and doing that. And I think that's going to help him even more with that information out there.
In regards to Jim Long, it's kind of incredible what he's been able to do for this season. Getting the 3 wins has put him in the mix here for the Alley Pally. He's only 5 points down, I believe. 83 points for Cameron and 78 for him, if I'm not mistaken. So a good weekend this weekend in the 3 events there in Indy, and he could very well be back at the Alexander Palace.
Yeah, if you guys want storylines for days, this weekend is a weekend to tune into for the CDC Championship Darts Corporation, live on YouTube, Facebook, and on PDC.TV. I'll be doing the play-by-play coverage with my good friend Gordon Dixon in the booth with me, and it's the storylines speak for themselves. A 6.80 for Jake Smith in leg number 4. He takes a 3-1 lead. You have Continental Cup. Who's gonna qualify for that? You have, of course, the top Canadian, the top American spots for the PDC World Darts Championship, plus the number 3 spot. Who's going to be that other person to get qualified for not only Worlds but also the Grand Slam?
There's a ton of factors. I mean, you talk about the 20 event order of merit for the Continental Cup. You're also thinking, next year's cross-border challenge as well that has to come into play. There's so many things. So definitely tune in this weekend if you're free. Lots of coverage provided to you by the Championship Darts Corporation. I'll be looking and viewing in as well. So don't screw up, Sean. Don't screw up.
Oh, I never do. And if I do, I never read the comments, so it doesn't matter.
Don't forget this weekend.
Long up 6-2 right now.
Oh, don't forget this weekend. PBD All-Star Triples will be going on as well.
Nick.
Just a quick reminder.
We were getting there, Nick. If you would just calm down a little bit. Come on, man. Jeez. I'm just kidding. We just don't want any F-bombs tonight. That's why we were telling you to keep the...
And I don't want to listen to any F-bombs this weekend. That's why I would not watch your stream and why I would watch mine.
But either way, there's tons of darts going on. Soft tip, steel tip, don't matter. Join in on the fun.
What a time to be a darts fan. What a time to be to have our job, right? To be able to do soft tip, steel tip, and be able to watch all of the great players that we get to watch every week, every other week. It's wonderful.
We're getting more and more people involved, and that's key to growing here. I think I want to see a few new faces in the WCS as well as the CSC, and then that'll trickle down into the TOC next year. Of course, this year we're going to see Danny Baggish front and present. That'll be a good one. See how he does in person at the Tournament of Champions rather than commentating at the TOC, and numerous others. So it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Well, this is an interesting leg here. Started off a little bit rough.
Breaking news here is Nick East beats up previous CSC Division II finalist Daryl Cortez 9-2.
Wow. Nick East took out my dark horse and my favorite. I have a new least favorite dart player.
Yeah, Nick out of the Quad Cities area, definitely a quality talent. But yeah, making his place known here this season. Of course, been involved in years past, but just hasn't quite found himself yet. And this year is different. This season, I should say. There we go. Good 7 from Hilger. Puts him up by a few, but is a few enough? It is not going to be, and he should take it. No, he's not going to for the 9.
Boom goes the dynamite. He wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
It's not a bad strategy. Just go ahead and stay there. I mean, just a 94-point advantage with Steve having the upper hand.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
And now that hurts.
It might hurt a lot.
You know, I think what Steve's really starting to feel here is in the back of his mind, he's starting to know that he is now the second, if not the third best dart player in his family. That's what he's thinking right now. It's Zyla and Camille are definitely better dart players at this moment. I saw a picture or a video of Zyla the other day. Dude, she hammered in a hat trick. Like, it was no big deal. More impressive throw than her dad.
Well, yeah, but that's, I mean, if you have any non-laziness factor in your body, you're going to end up being better than Porky. But yeah, it's so cool to see, right? Like, how awesome would it be for Bryson just take up darts and start playing and start doing, some things and being so proud of like posting about him. Same thing with my girls. Like, that'd be so cool. So he's living the dream of a dad who has a dart hobby, getting the kids involved. You love to see it. And Zyla, stay with it. You have a great throw.
Definitely a great throw. Well, Jake is looking promising for another leg here. And if you're Steve, is this where you start thinking, all right, I've got to jump on this pony and run, or else I'm going to be in trouble here?
Oh, he's in trouble. With a capital T. R-O-U-B-L-E, trouble. Tim Goodwin said may have to pull the yellow flight out if out of timeout. Yeah, Jake Smith in Fuego, 4.90 right now in this leg. Just going about his business against the throw. This might be the first time in the history of the CSC that I picked against you as who was win and actually win.
Hey, I've had a pretty good record of late, and other than that 10.5, but we'll just forget about that little guy.
That little guy? We're not going to worry about that little guy. Jake Smith up 4-1. Your boy Steve in trouble, Will?
A little bit. Like I was just saying, he's got to jump on that pony and start a whipping like a jockey if he wants to get away with this, because this is looking a little scary.
Can I ask a question?
No, Nick, we're too afraid that you're going to curse, so just calm down.
I'll type it in chat.
Okay. Please do.
What's the question, buddy?
Nope. Type it.
Just don't type any curse words
I'm
either.
just kidding. Go ahead. What is it?
Guys, I'm a slow typer. Slow down.
Oh,
no.
my gosh.
Porky switched to the formations, right? His new line of barrels with Dart Militia, Monsta. Do you feel like it's a slight growing pains of him adapting to his new barrels? I mean, going from 12.5 grams to 20-gram barrels is a significant switch.
He's had him since Whammo.
Yeah.
So he's been kind of adjusting to him as he goes. Probably putting in the work the last few months. So I don't think so. I mean, we've seen him in the last, against Chrissy as well. I mean, he didn't throw too off there. So I don't think it's necessarily a growing pain with it. I know that the weight may be eye-popping when you think about that side of things, the 20 gram to where he was at with the bar darts. I believe it was a 14 gram, something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think any dart player minus RAM, by throwing a heavier dart, it almost automatically makes their throw a little bit more consistent. That's typically the design of it. Great 8 mark from Porky, but can't say boom goes to Wisconsinite without a 9. So I think that probably helped him a little bit once he got used to kind of that extra weight in the dart. But now there's no excuse. The excuse is that Jake Smith is throwing extremely well.
Yeah, and he is. I mean, right now 4.88 compared to Steve's 4.4. So I mean, we're right neck in neck with where our averages should be, or where they're at for the season. So yeah, well, the next few legs will be the real tall tale sign, and we always circle legs 7, 8, 9 as the 3 legs to watch out for. And does somebody turn on in that leg 8 and 9, and then we see them ride it out for a few? That's kind of the point where you really need to think about. All right, this guy has the advantage, or this guy has the advantage.
Yeah, but like a leg like this, right, would be one of those legs where you'd be able to tell right now if Jake Smith has an advantage or not. Because if Jake comes back to win the leg, which doesn't look like it's going to happen at all. Big white horse. He said he doesn't get up on that pony, and he's riding Sally ride. Big white horse from Steve Hilger.
Exactly.
So never mind.
Exactly what he needed, and that's what I was talking about. Although Jake's stolen away the advantage going into the break, Steve can still get 2 here and make this 4-3 and keep in line with him.
Yep, and just to hold a throw here for Jake in leg number 7 would give him a 5-2 lead heading into the break, which we've seen that be a very good advantage, and we've seen that also not be enough. 5.80 loses to 6.0 in Division II CSC Challenge Series.
I mean, when you're throwing that 6 from Steve off the start there, that's gonna mostly do it. Most of the time, that'll do it. So 4-2, it'll go to Jake. I think Hilger's got a break here. These are the circle legs, 7, 8, 9. Now, I would say we've got some fantastic interviews, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know.
Wow.
Nick shot him to us late, and I didn't get to him. So,
yeah, I love it.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to take responsibility for yourself, and then you put it right on Nick. Which is actually the best solution to the problem.
Yeah. So I expect they're going to be great, though. I mean, we all know what Porky. He's a character. He's going to provide a few laughs. I'm sure Jake Melatonin, as can be, maybe a few laughable moments in there. I hope Hunter's yelling at him. Hope Hunter's yelling at him in the background.
Is melatonin a word?
For sure. Monotone is what he meant. That's not a big deal.
Whatever. Same thing.
But Hunter's actually back there a ways. She's standing kind of distance behind the person in pink. She just walked to the line, so she's actually playing a match too, which might be good for that dynamic.
Yeah. Oh, here's a big one. His first. Oh,
would have been a second. Nope. First white horse. You're right.
Yeah.
But that would have been an 8 mark anyway.
Yeah, it would have been an 8 mark, so it wouldn't have counted anyways.
Whatever. Guys, let us know who you're tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from in our chat. Let us know who you have in this match, like some of our fellow chatters has been in there. Doing so will enter you into tonight's live stream giveaway from A2ZDarts.com, where tonight's raffle winner will receive a $15 gift certificate to A2ZDarts.com. All you gotta do is leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button on our Facebook page, and you can get the A to Z barrels, the A to Z Darts Barrel Brand Colonial, new Jen Mounts darts, and Will Stewart darts. So make sure to grab one today.
Just want to point out, if you look at the zoomed out Jake Smith camera when it switches back over, Wes White, Gabe Steffen currently playing in their losers side Division II matchup in the same venue.
I think you can message Jake to tell us to give an update on that score. I'm just kidding. All right, Porky. There's behind and then there's way behind. He's way behind. But there's one thing that you know about our armed forces, especially Marines, they don't give up. So Semper Fi and keep marching along. That being said, Jake Smith staying consistent. His floor right now is his average. right now in Division 2, the 4.8. Porky, his floor is a nap right now.
It got Sean. It got Sean. That's for sure. Well, Jake is doing what he needs to. Yep, just put this leg away for 5-2. Really have Steve thinking.
Well, Randy, thank you for your service. And thank everyone who has been in our armed services for your service and protecting us, giving us our freedom. We're protecting it. Thank you. Porky, unable to get the Hattie hat, so only a 3.0 in this leg's going to be up for the averages. But Jake Smith takes it out a 4.77, and he'll take a 5-2 lead heading into the break. This could be a upset alert, trouble alert for the Wisconsinite.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, you heard it here first from Sean Green. We're going to find out, though, after a quick word from our players and the one, the only Nick Teixeira. Hang tight as we'll give you the conclusion of this match right after some awesome interviews.
Joined here again by Mr. Steve Hilger. And Mr. Hilger, it's a pleasure to have you back on our show. Where is your campaign headquarters located tonight, and what company's backing you?
All right, so I'm shooting for Red's Novelty, and tonight my campaign headquarters are going to be at the Buzzard's Nest in West Allis, Wisconsin.
Well, we're excited to see you on our show once again. Last time we saw you, you had a great match against Chrissy Grimmel, but now you're in the top 4 of the winner's side. How's it feel to make it to this point?
You know, it always feels good to be in top 4 of anything, you know, except for maybe the most wanted list. But I mean, last year in Division 1, I made it to the top 4, lost to Jules, and then had to play Maloney right away in the losers bracket. So yeah, I didn't go anywhere with that. But you know, it's good because I mean, the competition in Division 2 is just as tough. You know, you got to stay consistent and you got to bring it.
And what are your thoughts on your debate opponent tonight in Jake Smith?
Oh, Jake Smith, man, one of the nicest guys. You know, we've played together, we've played against each other numerous times. I think darts just runs in his family. You know, him and his wife Hunter. I mean, they're both great shots, great people. I just got to keep that in my mind that there are no friends on that dartboard. You know, before and after is perfectly fine, but during, I got to treat everybody like an enemy, like they're coming to get me. And that's what I'm going to have to do tonight. So he's been shooting very good lately, and it's kind of like being back to the old Jake Smith of a couple years ago when he was pretty much winning everything and just tearing people up. So my game plan is just bring it to him, you know, go at it, be aggressive, and let's see if I get this win.
Is there anybody you want to thank for their support or anything else you want to say to the fans at home?
Oh yeah, you know, I'm sure everybody's seen the buzz and stuff going on, and you know, everybody knows the quickest way to my heart is through my stomach, and you know, I really appreciate it. You know, they sent me a special package and all that. It was pretty good. You know, I liked it, but then, you know, my sponsor, Monster, came out and they sent me an even bigger package. So, you know, these donuts here, these Monster donuts, I'm definitely going to tear these up. And so I'd like to thank Monster for finding the fast and quick way to my heart. Love those guys. Dart Militia. Sorry, I got some sprinkles on my hand. Booyah Darts, of course. Jeremy over there, big time supporter of me for the last few years. And of course, L Style. L Style is, excuse me, that sprinkle went down my throat. But yeah, L Style giving me the best products and all that. And special shout out to Signs and Gear. They hooked me up with this fabulous background. My poker players, I'm gonna miss them tonight, but I think I'll get through my match okay now. So yeah, and special shout out to Buzzards Nest for getting everything set up for me to play there tonight. I really appreciate it, and that's Larry and Melody out there. So.
Well, we are excited for tonight. Donuts and all. It should be a feast for our eyes to see you guys on the dartboard here. And Mr. Hilger, we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
This is Steve Hilger, aka Porky, and I approve this message.
Woo-hoo. We've done it once before. Can we hit the perfect 6-dart leg again? Stay tuned to find out. Treble 17 for Bull. Can she do it? Yes. Yes, gotta do the Will Stewart celebration dance. Pretty sure he stole those moves from Trump. Be original, Will.
We are here with Vice Presidential candidate Jake Smith. And Mr. Smith, thank you for taking time out of your busy campaigning season to talk with us. Where is your campaign headquarters located tonight, and what company is backing you?
Tonight I'll be throwing out of the Wooden Nickel in Crook, South Dakota. And I throw for MG Oil automatic vendors.
And you were in the top 4 of the winners aside here. How's it feel to make it this far into the bracket?
Feels good, honestly. My game is starting to come back around finally. I'm starting to get up in that 4.8, 4.9 range again after stooping under a 4 for a little while. So.
And every season that we see you in the CSC, we always pick you as one of the potential favorites. Do you feel like you're a favorite when you head into the CSC? Why or why not?
I do, yeah. So, I've shown talent in the past. And also know because also at the same time, I have a little mental issue with myself sometimes. I get in my own head every now and then. But other than that, I try to play hard.
And considering how deep you are in this winner's bracket here, would you say your form is feeling pretty good heading into TOC, and what's your expectations for TOC?
I can't really speak that far ahead. TOC, there's going to be so much talent out there. You never know what's going to happen on that one.
Now, what are your thoughts on tonight's debate against Steve Hilger? What's your expectations for tonight's match?
I expect it to go the distance. I know Porky, he's going to fight back hard, so it'll be a fun one for sure.
And is there anybody you want to thank for the support on your campaign trail this season?
Absolutely. I want to thank my wife, and my kids have been cheering me on from home. My mom's been out almost every night, every match. So I want to thank them in particular. And then all the people that come down to the bar to watch, I appreciate their support too.
Well, we are appreciative that you're on our live feed once again, as we love getting some Jake Smith on the feed, and this should be a great matchup against Steve Hilger. And Mr. Smith, we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I am Jake Smith, and I approve this message.
Are we back yet?
We definitely are, Sean. Welcome back, everyone, to the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. Of course, one more time, dartstoc.com. They've got you covered in case you want to get involved. Right now, we have Steve Hilger down by a scoreline of 5-2, Jake Smith. So here we go. I don't know, man. This is going to be a little bit difficult for him to come back from that 3-leg deficit at a break. These next 2 legs.
Look at that. Look at that gentleman at the bar. Compared to the throw line.
Yep.
That's
Hello.
can you just get out of my way?
Please.
Can you get your drink over there, please?
Sir, don't look at me, please.
Yes. Don't even move your head at all. Nope, don't move. Nope, don't ask for a drink right now, sir.
And
Now's
look
not
at
a
him.
good time.
Pure professional.
Slap his butt on the way by. Oh, he tried. I'm just kidding. He didn't try. He just did a passive aggressive grab his drink from in front of the guy. I liked it. That's what I would have done. Not say a word, just continuously get more and more upset. It's the best way to live.
What was that?
The best is that he's watching Steve play.
Oh yeah. I mean,
at least I would say that's a positive on the fact that at least he knows the guy.
Somewhat get away with it then?
Yeah, I think so. All right. We called it. Leg 7 was important. Jake took a 5-2 lead. How do we handle coming out of the break? Do we keep the pedal on the gas? Do we take the foot on the pedal? That's better. Do we... I mess that up every time. It is... I don't know why I continue to try and say that idiom. It never works.
You got to keep that throttle pumping, per se.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Now we're going to get banned for copyright here.
Again,
just sounded exactly like him.
That's fair. All right. I'll try and sound worse next time. Have you heard my Tiny Tim impression?
Yes, and it's terrible. So please save us all and don't do that, okay?
Well, then stop talking to me like that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just saying they can tiptoe through the tulips anytime.
Please do not. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, save.
Oh my goosh.
Oh my goosh.
Oh my goosh.
Save yourselves. Cover your ears right now.
Scott Hanish. Scott Hanish, you already took the fall for Harambe. We're good.
Yeah, you took a big tumble there that's not going to be forgotten for years to come. So
I have a feeling that happened like 10 years ago at this point. Like we just don't realize how much time has passed. Like the Harambe incident.
It was 10 years ago.
He changed his name on Discord now, I believe, if I did see correctly.
Say so myself. If you do say so yourself. If you do say so yourself. Yeah, I'm going with a lot of genres tonight.
Once again, folks, share this around. Let your friends know we're live. Still time to watch this play out. Can Steve Hilger make a comeback, or will Jake Smith come out on top? He could steal this leg right here.
Needs 2 trebles. Needs a triple. No. Grace, I won't do it for everyone here, but I will do it in person for you when I actually get to meet you, finally. I'm sure it'll be at one tournament somewhere. Bullseye.
Big stuff.
How about them apples? And Steve does get away with it, 5-3. Not really gets away with it. Jake just did not take the opportunity to take advantage of that lead there. That being said, Porky, the way that he shot those bulls probably would have beat him anyway.
Yeah,
So
good comeback attempt there from Jake Smith, but Steve held them off with that 4-7-1. You gotta break here. This leg is you gotta go 2 here. I think right off the break.
I don't think it's necessary, but I think it is very helpful to get it within 1.
It's a mental thing. Of course, Steve, big comeback when it came to Chrissy Grimmel, as she was really out front and charging in their matchup, and then did what he had to.
Breaking hearts. Oh, Andy Douglas, there's a first time for everything. That's the first such request I've ever heard of that.
It's really just a friendly environment that we garner here at the CSC Challenger Series.
The best part is that I have never been your guys' bosses. Okay. I'll make that perfectly clear. I've always been the lowest man on the totem pole, most talented for sure, but definitely lowest man on the totem pole. Whereas Will has been my boss and is typically my boss when we go to weekends. And Nick also same way. Has been in charge of the situation. So the fact that I talk to you guys like that and I get away with it every time just tells you everything you know about how good of friends we really are.
You're right. I can do something about this. You're out of here.
Hey, at least I didn't cuss on stream.
Yeah. You can build bridges your whole life and never be called a bridge builder. You curse on one stream, you're always a potty mouth.
What a great
line.
What a great line. Fantastic stuff from the young buck, Nick Teixeira. A little coaching happening between Jake and Hunter in the background is what I'm seeing. Gives him a little tap on the booty and says, get to work.
Bring home the goods.
Mama needs some new shoes. Or at least the little man does. In reference to their kiddo.
Good 6 mark. They actually played together in the CSI last year, Jake and Hunter.
Yeah.
Which was really funny.
They were kind of unsure about it. I think they've had some bad run-ins in the past, maybe teaming up. And hey, sometimes you just got to run with it and hope it works your way. But Jake did make Team USA. We mentioned that on NDA's front. Hunter did the same.
Boom goes the dynamite for Jake Smith. And shout out to Mama Smith, I guess, who's back there watching along, per Jacob Worthy.
Oh, there we go. Nice. And big shout out to her as well.
I don't know why, but I want to say it with a British accent, say non. But I'm pretty sure it's Nan. I think we figured out this non-Nan situation. I think there's 2 ends. All right, Porky going to look at the 17s. Again, has to break the throw a couple of times. That's not going to help. Off on the 2s. And wide open for Jake to take control.
Yeah, he could run away with this, make this 6-3.
Going back up to points.
Yeah, smart move here. Gives a little head nod.
With how hard he fires the dart into the dartboard, it honestly, it allows him to not ever be really blocked by a dart, it looks like. Like you can just fire it through it, is what he's been doing.
We're going to see that position. He raises that elbow significantly.
Look at that. Going to go straight to the 16s. Goodbye. Bowl. And that's the coffin shot.
What a big 8 mark from Jake Smith as he really takes control of this leg. And he may have taken control of this match. He may have to give it away.
I think Connor just called you a hose in the chat.
What are you talking about, Connor? You trying to talk some smack? I knew you're growing up now, kid, but you better watch it. No, I'm just kidding. How's it going,
careful.
buddy?
He might grow taller than you. Just doing that. You haven't seen him in a while. He might have already outgrown you.
Probably has.
All right, Porky getting the start here. 6-3, Jake. Which I don't know how to say this, but it's right on pace for my prediction. And if that goes correctly, mine might have the turntables.
You have another.
Go ahead, buddy.
Do you have another score update here? Jonathan Long, it looks like, came out 9-3 over Steve Hennings on the loser side Division 2 matchup.
Is this just a bad night for Steve's? Stay tuned. We're going to find out. Andy, that's fair, but that's only because I did that when I was like 16. All right. Mr. Smith. You're a real one, Mr. Smith. Boom goes the dynamite. What does Porky have to do to stay in the leg? Hit some triples. Like that. Boom goes the Wisconsinite.
Yeah, really needs to start collecting here, and that's a good point to do so.
No pun intended.
Yep. It was full pun.
Yeah, earlier Scott Hanish asked for a Dr. Seuss, so thought I'd give him a song.
Just something.
Yeah.
Now, Steve's been through quite the few competitors here. First round matchup, Bob Anderson. Second round matchup versus Brett Hollanday. And then, of course, that Chrissy Grimmel streamed matchup. And, that's quite the group to go through already. And then on Jake Smith's front, Aaron Gibney, Bobby Dees Jr., and then Daryl Cortez in round 3.
Well, Porky wins that one with a 6.00 NPR, and it's now 6-4. Got to do more.
Yeah, he's fighting a real tough battle right now. I mean, both of these guys are above their average. We've got a 5 flat average for Jake, and then a 4.66 from Steve currently. So it just goes to show you, although there have been some somewhat legs that we feel could have been better, they're still holding true with those averages, and that's really impressive.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing, though, for Porky is that he can't hold true on the averages.
No, he's got to do a little bit better here, and honestly hope for Jake to kind of stumble and fall maybe on a few of these.
You mean pull a Scott Hanish?
Yes, exactly. As there's a big one. He's trying to make that comeback.
Is it Hanish time? Oh, no, don't fall.
Okay, whoa, come on. You're getting a little crazy with the vocalizations here. Next thing we know, next year, Sean will be a choir teacher.
I was actually president of my choir in high school.
I'm sure you were, Sean. I'm sure you were.
It was a popularity contest.
I'm sure you were.
And I was popular in choir.
Jake, looking for a 7. Just off of the barrel into the neighboring bed.
It's an opening.
Yes, it's Steve's leg here. If he can just kind of hold strong, go to these 19s.
Need a triple. Oh no, Steve.
He needed more than that.
No.
You needed more than that, Steve. I mean, if Jake takes a 4 here, he'll take a look at the 19s.
He might do it now anyway.
Yeah, he wanted to. You can see it there. He wanted that look, and now he's not going to be able to get it. Yeah, he's got to stay.
Smart dart.
Got to stay there and at least get back up in front. Force Hilger to hit. I mean, even at 17.
Gotta stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't take that. Can't take that move.
Yeah, he's slipping at the very wrong time in this leg. He had a very good opportunity. A 7-7 there. He wins this leg, but he keeps giving Jake opportunities. Jake's not taking advantage of it, though. They're both having off moments.
This is that give it away moment from Jake potentially, but he collects there. But look at the 189, 171. Steve should be able to.
Mustache.
Okay.
Hey, Mustache.
Ooh.
Big darts from Steve. Gets back control. Mustache, don't be annoying.
You know why. 6-6. Gabe Steffen, Wes White. Sorry.
Well, why don't you just break all the news? I'm kidding. Don't you get an attitude with me? Talking to myself. For you. I don't like the last start.
But here's. Ooh.
Nope. Don't like it. Can't convince me otherwise. Yep. 15s.
They're close.
Doesn't make him pay fully, but that's why I don't like it.
Ooh. Edge of your seat stuff here. Hilger needs this leg.
He's going to have it. This will be huge. 6-5. Becomes a bit of a different ball game, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys. We always mention this at the beginning, but we'll mention it again. At Porky's location, Buzzard's Nest, obviously the entire place is packed. A lot of people are on the Wi-Fi taking up some of that precious bandwidth from us. So you're going to get a slight delay from the board to the.
Did you guys notice that?
But it's not bad.
That the cameras might be out of sync for Porky? Did you guys notice? I didn't.
Guys, you need to stop complaining, everybody. You're also cuss.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Seth.
Uh-oh.
Porky needs 2.
Look at Steve. Yeah, he's waiting on
the lady with the elbow out.
You've got and she's looking over. Look at him. we would too, but he's like, can you please stop?
It's like, he's like, I got 30 more seconds. Go. Please go. Please go.
He's like, go ahead.
He is in love with the poker players right now. I'm telling you what.
Hey.
It still hits it.
He gets it though. That's the key. The main thing. He gets it.
Jake needs to start calling the Buzzard's Nest and be like, hey, this person drinks on me. They just have to walk in front of Porky.
Woo!
Well, that was a moment, and he's laughing about it now because it doesn't matter. But I think in that moment, he's going to be like, what the heck is going on? And she's throwing on the next board over. So he's telling her right now, hey, it's okay if you stand there. Just don't look at me when I throw. Like, that's the only thing. Don't make the movements. That's all you got to do.
We're seeing on the because we get the image as well when we transfer over, so we get both sides, so we can see what's going on in the background. He was definitely talking about and throwing his head back like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah. Dart players are used to, if they play steel tip at all, they're used to having people in front of them because if they're chalking for them. But a chalker is not supposed to move at all. Like, it's not like you're staring at the player and then staring at the board when it goes in. That would be abnormally distracting. So in the future, that's all you got.
Prime example of this is way different than a typical tournament setting that we're used to. So it's a big difference to play in this online remote category rather than the Tournament of Champions or any other tournament that you see in person. So you got to think of it takes a few legs, maybe a night or two for people that are new to get used to that.
Yep. Which it's just part of the game. It really is. And again, Porky's consummate pro. He's been through everything and he continues to succeed through it all. Now someone's coming back from a bathroom or something.
We're going to see the rest of the evening. No doubt.
This might be worse. This might be worse than the dog situation that Brandon Neal had to deal with at one time.
Well,
where we actually condoned him kicking the dog, which never is a thing.
Now that it's in his mind, it's going to be prevalent here the rest of the evening, I guarantee you. So we're going to see a little bit more of this.
That being said, it's a great problem for the bar. Happy for Buzzard's Nest. Shout out.
Heather Fuller says, tape it off. I could just imagine her being at this bar, being the bar back, taping it off, saying, no, you guys got to go outside, use the bucket.
I will say, just in defense of Buzzard's Nest, this was a known quantity for Porky heading into this. He knew it was going to be jam-packed. Yeah. So there was at least not a total surprise. Now, maybe the whole back and forth eye contact he couldn't have predicted, but about everything else he did.
Yeah, and like we said, it's mostly a dart setting. So for the majority of it, it doesn't matter how packed you are in a dart setting. It's still a dart setting. And that's just, you're used to that. But
Jake's not happy. And he shouldn't be.
They might want to think about moving that camera board, like, away from the front door in the bar. Right there. Let's move the camera over.
Attack here, Hilger, and he does. Go ahead and close out the 20s. Point for good measure. Great stuff from
Big darts,
Porky.
And this is a moment.
Wade Ballmer says, actually, what is people coming in from outside there, guys? So
yeah, that's the front door, okay. I guess.
Lock the door. Keep everybody in.
Yeah, they're full.
A lock-in, folks. This is now a lock-in.
Boom goes the dynamite. Jake Smith with a 9 when he needed it. Trying to stay in charge of this match.
I just gave a solid idea to some bar owners out there. Good old lock-in for a CSC Challenger Series match.
Lock her in. That'd be fun. Also, how do I say this?
It'd be terrible.
Terrifying and terrible. Yeah. You've been to a dart tournament. You know how they smell. Lock all the people in for that. All right. It's a bold move, Cotton. We're going to see if it pays off for you.
Steve looking to tie this up from the depths.
Great darts from Steve Hilger. Jake needs a 9 just to give himself a little bit of hope here. Big Ben Fairs in the chat.
He just got the wrong darts reviewed the other day. Only Ben Fairs and 5 people will get. Ben Fairs will get exactly what I just said for the record.
Oh, it's an inside joke. I love those. I'd love to be a part of one someday.
Well, it's not inside if you were on his Facebook page, but hey, what do I know?
Yeah, but he posts a lot, so I kind of ignore it.
Jake needs a 9. And even 9's not really enough.
Ooh,
but
I like that move.
It's a stand. Yep. It's a stand. But if you... I force his hand. I just go ahead and, take those out. Force his hand.
Bullseye. Just a bit outside.
It's okay. Forces Jake to fill it up.
Oh, there's a start.
That's a great
so you're saying
start.
There's a chance. No. All right, Porky, 2 bowls needed to tie this up 6-6. It was 6-3. And 2 breaks a throw later, plus a hold a throw, makes it 6-6 scoreline. Jake's still a slight advantage, but now they just hold throw each. They go to a last leg decider where anything can happen.
Big 3 legs on the spin for Steve, and this is what I was talking about. A little trip up from Jake, a 4-5, a 4, and a 4-5 from Jake. On the other hand, Steve, a 6, a 4-3-8, and a 5-0-7 to get the job done. So
After the break, man. It's a tale of 2 halves so far. And that can happen in this CSC Challenger Series. That break after leg 7 is actually a meaningful moment in the match almost every time. And boom goes the Wisconsinite. Porky. Carving up some bacon.
This is very reminiscent of last week's matchup with John Pilgrim and John Huseman, as it was literally full domination on the first half from Pilgrim that just completely fell off. And you saw Pilgrim making jokes about it earlier in the second half. Not only is Porky raise his average, but right now you're seeing Jake lower his.
Yeah, Porky's starting to feel it. It could be him getting used to the environment there a little bit. Oh, this is huge. Huge move. With dynamite again.
what a big round there.
Alan, thanks. I don't know. Mixed feelings. It definitely comes off as you just calling me a 60-year-old. So I don't know if that's the best.
It's pretty bad. People think you're 60.
Like
I mean, you're not far off, but
that's what people Nick's age call old people as boomers.
The hair is
boomer.
kind of the giveaway.
It means that I'm out of touch, out of sorts. But I do say boom. So I'm a boomer.
Bobby's saying he'll take over, except he'll get on here and won't know what to say. He'll be like, oh, sorry.
No, he said he'll take the over on 9s.
On the betting line.
I thought he said I'll take over. And I was like, bro, come on. Take over, please. Okay, so we had 14.5. It's what are we at right now? 13? I thought that's going
to be over. That's going to be over.
I mean, we're getting this tight battle here. I mean, if Hilger wouldn't have won the last 3 legs, and maybe 2 of those would have went the way of Jake, 8-4 then at that point. But we're seeing this stand. Now we're tightening it. What did you say? 9-6 for Jake?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you said 9-6 for Jake. I said
my scoreline prediction? Yeah. Yeah, I said 9-6 Jake.
So he's got to win 3 here.
Yeah, probably not going to happen. He had a much better chance of that happening when it was 6-3, obviously. But Porky ahead in this leg as well. Moments to take the first lead in the match for Porky. Dave, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to us.
Yeah, it's joking. Totally joking.
No, but we are pronouncing people's names right, and we have not sworn.
Yeah,
so you can't be joking about that.
2 really easy names here. I mean,
we're just saying Huseman correctly. I think that's all he cares about.
We still butcher that, bud. We still have moments where we're going to call him Husman, I guarantee you.
No, Danny and I on Wednesday did not mess up once on that one.
I'm surprised on that. More for you than Danny.
Also
Kidding,
valid.
Kidding, Nick. Kidding.
Wait, you weren't on last Wednesday's show either?
Mm-mm. I had some family time. Went to a baseball game.
Man. Mine were at least fever tickets.
No, I think it was. I think it's good to have a little
Absolutely it is.
little change there, and we're gonna do that more often. I think you're gonna get some different people in the mix, just to kind of freshen up the air and also get some different opinions that could be, change the way that you play the game as well.
No, I'm going to be on all the time still.
Not you.
Not giving it up. Not giving it up.
This
Think about yourself. Are you retiring? You can't retire.
Huge. I already told you I would be totally down to retire and just do the producer side, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck like glue now. This is a big moment for Steve.
Or a tripod. Ooh.
This will be his very. Oh, that is huge there, but 3
Under
flat.
pressure.
I'm taking Steve here for the one leg that he's been able to take the advantage here.
Needs a double, and that's pretty blocked. Annie Oakley. Wouldn't have found that, and he does.
Come on, Steve.
And there's the first lead for Porky.
My candidate. 4 legs in a row. 5 out of the break, Sean.
Yep. Yeah, 5-1 sorry. Yeah, 5-1 after the break. And they've been fast. It's been a fast 6 legs too.
It really has. I mean, we're at 9:23 right now, local time for me. So they're kind of cruising through this thing, despite some issues here and there in the bar, from one particular bar.
Yeah, all Jake's gonna have to deal with is Hunter screaming at him from time to time to get it together and figure it out. He's starting to press. You can see it.
Yeah, he's really.
It's the roller coaster of this.
Oh, he's frantically changing out something in the background here. So we're gonna see some new flights from Jake Smith his next round. And somebody said, did you see the change of darts from Jake? I think it wasn't a change of darts. It was simply a change of flights. And you'll see that from time to time in a duration of a match. And, yeah, there you go. There's the color change.
Set, yeah. Yeah, it's the set that he threw first.
Yeah.
Aloha, Mr. Trinidad. I heard a little rumor that you might be starting to do custom barrels for people.
And custom donuts for people, too.
My goodness.
Let's see, Hawaii. So you're going to have a Spam donut, right? Spam and pineapple. Could be good.
$17 people are going to reach out to him now, guys. Way to go.
No, none of them will. If any of them goes to their site first, and nor should you, guys. If you are reaching out to companies to make custom barrels for you, you've already done it wrong.
Yep. Oh, yes, you are.
And if you want your one-off set, there is also companies that do that at a premium price as well. Just know which type of company you're reaching out to, and when they say no, don't get mad. How about that?
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, yeah. What you said. Couldn't have said it better myself without cussing.
Oh, okay, Hilger.
Yeah,
quickly close out the 18s. Why not?
Jake's throwing a 2.4 in this leg.
He's just, his confidence is taking a little strike, and I've talked about this before. You kind of go through
the ups and downs during a match, and players can experience that, where you have a few legs that you're on that downtrend and nothing can go your way, and then all of a sudden one dart hits like this,
And then this. Ooh.
and it clicks. So
but he's still pressing, because you see how frustrated he was by one hole out. He did it like it was like way off, right? He gave like the motion of like way outside. And he's just got to get back to remembering Porky's going to make mistakes too. He's only throwing a 3.8 in this leg. Throw your darts. You're going to be right back in here, because Porky's giving you an opportunity. He's giving you a gift right now of a leg.
he's at least trying to.
Yeah. He is trying to give you this gift. You have just got to accept it. You know what? I actually noticed earlier in the match, he was like really opening up his hand on his follow through. It was something that was actually noticeable, like kind of like exploding his hands open as he was following through. And it does not look like he's doing that now. I have a feeling the dart might be getting caught in his hand a little bit.
Could be it. We're going to see here. Just look at the release of the hand here.
So you saw it open there.
Yeah.
The last one kind of wasn't as
And this
as flash
what,
open.
This is what makes the best players, in the world, the best players, when they're consistent on their release and their whole setup throughout the duration of a match. Where, when it comes to more of and these guys are in their rights and in everybody else's minds, they're professional dart players. Let's consider them that. But that's the difference here between our level and those top players in the world, is you're going to have a little hiccup here and there where, it doesn't, your throw doesn't always go the same. Now, granted, the professionals have those legs too. Let's get real. I mean, Luke Humphreys has thrown a 24 dart leg. I saw him do it in person at the U.S. Darts Masters.
Yeah, that's the best leg I've ever shot.
I know that, right? It's that you're not lying. That's for real.
No, I know. Everyone who saw me at Bullshit this weekend on the giant jumbotrons saw just how great at darts I am, or not as great. So if you would not lump me into the fact of like, I consider you a pro. I consider Joe Schmo bar darter a pro.
I'm a pro for the first game or the first 7 legs, and then it goes down.
Speaking of pros, Porky's up 8-6.
Fantastic.
He has won 5 legs on the spin and 6 of the last 7.
I just have to say this here, because I know I kind of already mentioned this once, but last week, again, John Huseman, 5-2 in the break to Pilgrim's favor, only won 1 leg after the break. This is so far the exact same scenario as last Wednesday right now, and it's kind of crazy the level of parity we're seeing.
We've seen a few of these this year on the 5-2 margin, and a lot more. This is where it helps if we had that stat database and we were able to kind of pull from it and see how many times a 5-2 this came back and won, and where we are on wins on the other side and wins on that side. I mean, this session so far, it's been pretty good, the 5-2 range towards the loser side. So, or towards like the person down.
Well, guys, reminder, if you want to leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button on our Facebook page. It'll automatically be your chance to enter into our live stream giveaway tonight from A2ZDarts.com, where you can receive a $15 gift certificate to A2ZDarts.com. That's a best of luck to all of our Facebook viewers. Don't forget, A2Z Darts is featuring the Harrows Toro as their dart of the month. Earn $15 off all Harrow Toro darts and get a free pack of flights. Plus, you'll get added to the raffle to win a set of Harrows Black Knight steel tip darts, 21 grams, when you purchase the dart of the month. That giveaway ends October 1st. Good luck to everyone. A2Z Darts Barrel brand Colonial has just launched their 2024 collection with the new Gen Mounts darts and the Alpha Will Stewart darts. So make sure to grab one today. You can also browse the Target July launch if you want. Never mind. None of the else that matters. Check out Dax Munna's blog because that's always great. But get yourself a set of either Will's darts or Jen's darts. And reminder, they are doing a competition for like on the side between the two of them. You guys will never know about it, but they will personally go back and forth the entire time on who sold more darts. So who do you like more? Just make it a competition of who you like. Or if you like both of them equally, be nice and just buy Jen's. Well, we have a final score line in the match also taking place at Wooden Nickel. Will?
9-8 Gabe Steffen over Wes White.
Yes, sir. As we get a boom goes the Wisconsinite over here on this one. So Wes White is out. Gabe Steffen takes out a legend.
I believe that was an in-person matchup too. I think they both played at the Wooden Nickel.
Yes. Both of them. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Porky has a bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks, in this leg type of throw.
Could that be just the hiccup that Jake Smith needs?
Oh, it's going to be 8-7. A break a throw will send us to a last leg decider, or anything can happen. And we know the levels that Jake Smith can play out. He can play at a 6-3-3 like he's playing right now. He does that again. He probably wins this one. This also just in from our reporters in the field. It looks like Christian Broussard has taken out the queen, Miss Chrissy Grimmel. So the Kraken is out of the competition. Christian Broussard moves on to play Nick East.
That's a scrappy win. No, nonetheless. I mean, anytime you're playing Chrissy, you know what she's capable of, and that's a tough win. That's a tough win.
Chris saying Porky wanted to drive there to play in person. I laughed at it originally, but then I'm realizing I don't know exactly how far of a drive that would be from Wisconsin to South Dakota.
As long as there's some Bojangles in between, he's in.
You got Minnesota in between. Is that it?
No. I think he'll go down to Springfield, Illinois, and then make his way to South Dakota just purposely to hit the horseshoe.
Well, he should just start at the stop at the Hard Rock now. It's closer to him in Rockford.
Well, that's Jake's first leg in
quite a while.
In quite a while, since leg number 9.
This is a big one.
This is a huge leg. If we can tie this up 8-8, go to that last leg decider, or will Porky stomp his foot in the ground and say, no, sir, I want that king seat matchup.
Don Stewart wants another CSC for the losers. Make it a bracket and just race to 1. Last man standing gets back in the field.
Oh, that'd be dirty. I like that. I think we should do a Royal Rumble style.
That'd be fun.
This would be the perfect format to do it, because they've got locations galore. Carly, let's do a Royal Rumble one day. 50 competitors instead of 30.
You do this. You do 32 competitors. And it's a tournament every week. So we see 16 legs of darts on our live stream, which is a very reasonable amount because it's 16 legs total. Just saying.
I like it.
Maybe it's 17 matches for the 16. I forget how that
works.
works.
You do the way you play it out is like Royal Rumble and just individual matches. So you'd have 32 matches until you crown a.
Well, no, you wouldn't watch all of them in the first round.
No, there wouldn't
watch all
rounds.
of them after the first round.
There wouldn't be rounds. There'd be literally head-to-head matchups for 32, and you go. We'll talk about it later. Trust me, I've already done it.
Let's talk about this.
I did it on Quarantine Darts one time.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
All right, Porky gets 4. I like how we're also just thinking of ideas when we just make 0 decisions.
You're right.
Jake.
You're right.
Oh, this is a big time.
This is huge.
Huge. Jinx. Boom goes the dynamite. Hunter giving him some loving back there.
And that puts us just over our line for tonight of 14.5. And you can see Porky gets to bat the sweat off of his forehead there.
I think that there was a dart that got on the floor, and I think you just let him take a moment.
Man, coming in clutch here. Look at this. Oh, he wanted that.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was a perfect start. He's going to be upset with that one. At least I would be.
He got too frisky with the neighbors. Big dart again. LDC, Jake Smith. Last dart counts.
We said it at the very beginning. This very well could go 9-7, 9-8, and we're seeing it before your very eyes.
Yes, it will be either of those scores.
Ooh. Yes.
Yes, sir. Can Jake respond?
We'll level
The
that
first
to
start.
a 4.82 and a 4.65. Respectable averages.
Yep, absolutely it is. And Porky raised his average up like we said he needed it to get to this.
Did. And like I was saying, Jake's got it. He's got to rely on Jake kind of taking a hiccup here. And there was those 3 legs, like 10, 11, and 12, where he really kind of
huge dart.
Tripped up. Oh, can he work
Real
this?
big.
Can he work this in? Or is he going to go 18s?
Give it a little extra moisture before he shoots it. Oh, and he drags it low.
You got to take that move there, though. You've got to take your shot.
Yeah. I have to say it. I think he hawked to it on that thing before he shot that third dart. I've never seen a player do that before. Sorry, it had to be said there. I couldn't stop myself.
That was fault. That was a way to use it right there. Sean Green, everybody.
I know I'm a boomer, and I don't know what that means, but still, it looked like that was what happened. And now Jake back in control. Yep, there goes the 16s. Looking back up at points. Okay. Well, is this the last 9 of the match? It could be if Porky hits it.
Into the neighbor, so it will not be. Downright just kind of skunks
Blocked.
it. Yeah, it skunks it there.
Well, I think this is what everyone wanted anyway.
Why wouldn't you?
Even fans of Porky, like,
anytime
it looks likely. Not all accomplished, but likely.
Anytime you can get a last league decider, it's fantastic. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Well, Porky probably didn't.
He's keeping it interesting.
And yeah, he is. 3-3.
Jake, up to
Under
you
pressure.
now.
Good start.
Yeah, that's a great dart.
Oh, no.
Ooh, uh-oh.
That was massively off, and this could be it. He needs 3 for the match. My, how the turntables.
What a turn of events. Steve Hilger to win.
Got him. Porky a 9-7 victory at the very end of the day, and that's going to hurt as you see Jake Smith immediately goes to the line to shoot the darts. He's a gracious loser. One of the nicest guys when it comes to that. One of the most down to earth. He immediately blew Steve a kiss, waved at him, said congratulations. He'll be frustrated with his darts after the fact, but shout out to Porky. That was one I was not seeing coming. Down 6-3, my friend.
He's down 5-2 at the break, came back, rattled one off, and then Jake got one, and then 5 on the spin is what really kind of pushed him through to where he at least stood a chance. And for him to get the job done from that point is really speaks volumes of Steve. He's just a fighter. He's a fighter, and he's going to do what he has to do in order to win. And that's back-to-back comebacks on the stream from Steve Hilger, as he did the same against Chrissy Grimmel.
Yeah, eventually I wonder if he's going to figure out that it's much easier to play from ahead. Until then, his giving him a head start thing is working out. And we'll see if it continues. He gets John Huseman in the King's Seat match next week, 2 weeks.
That's going to be 9:25 on the on CompuSport is what it says.
So next week.
Yep, that'll be next week.
All right. Well, that will be our match next week. But listen, it's going to be a doozy. John Huseman had a great display last week. Porky has just been a phenomenal fighter. You said it, scrappy, exactly what you would expect a former Marine to be. And he owns that for sure.
Yeah. And now he's going to have this matchup for the King's Seat, guaranteed to have a good amount of money coming his way for where he'll finish in this CSC Challenger Series. So yeah, you got to feel good. Steve Hilger just scrapping by and getting this W tonight. It was a toughie, but he did it. He did it.
I mean, the whole book was thrown at him tonight, right? You had that on the match on the leg winning darts in a big moment, down 6-3. It had people walking in the front door as he's shooting. You had people walking across them that are at the bar shooting. Everyone's shooting, playing darts and having a good time. But yeah, it was packed. And hats off to Buzzard's Nest and to the people for allowing them to have the opportunity to actually perform well. It was good.
Yeah. Yep. So next up for us, it was marked in our calendar that we were going to get. Did that change? We were going to get Richard Sturbins versus Rick Hinsey, but I believe that may have changed now. Oh, okay. I know what we're going to get. It's Ram Guevara versus Leonard Gates. I guarantee you that's going to be the match we get in 7th, 8th place. So that match will be probably the one that we get. The winner of that one will go on to play JC Martinez in division number 1. So I'm thinking that's where they'll go and let the King's Seat be the week after. But we're going to have to find out a little bit later on, as it's not circled as a definite on the CSC.
No, it's not updated yet. So. Not updated yet on any of our stuff that we can see. So when we find out, that'll be when you find out, because it'll probably be posted. Until then, be on the lookout, guys. Leave a comment in our chat real quick. It's your last chance to do so before we pull that winning $15 gift certificate person out of there. Will, it's been a fun week. It's been a fun day. Come watch the Championship Darts Corporation this weekend, and then head on over as soon as that tournament's over to All-Star Triples, which is going to be a lot of fun on Saturday.
Yeah, it's certainly will. Lots of darts to watch this weekend. We certainly hope you're in the mix. Keep your device ready. Look for those notifications. As I'll see you later on, Sean. Okay, it should be fun.
That sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Take care, everybody. Hey. We'll see you next time. Don't stare into my eyes like that, Sean.